Dolphins will kick it away to start. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Hawkeyes offense will start. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over. Highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
First down here for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. The short hands, it's Spears. Makes a grab and he's dragged down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. He's got it. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Terrapins offense will have its first possession of the game. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throw now.
They'll give it to the back. For it. Grab near the marker. It's Little. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives...
Wide open. He makes the catch. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown!
running straight down the field. The thing you got to look at there is the velocity on the throw by the quarterback. He didn't lob it. He got it to him quickly, put it on his body. He was able to make the catch and then run it in for a touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do... get this defense on their heels.
After the big first down sack, it's 2nd down. Power football with the run. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Hawkeyes will hustle for the line. On 3rd down, going up top. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They get him stopped. But not before he gets 5 yards. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes. You want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out. I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Terrapins are threatening in the red zone. Looking to buy time. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Iowa has the ball back on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in and week out, working on those critical down distances, 3rd downs, and having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket? You got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
And the Hawkeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. The aerial assault continues. Buys a little extra time. He'll pull it down. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. Wants to throw on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. That is the last thing you want on first down as an offense, a sack. Now it's 2nd down. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start, offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Bunch formation for these receivers. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. They move the tight end all over. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Here comes offense back onto the field. See a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. They want to get this defense on its heels. They think there's room to run to the right here. The Terrapins are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Lofts one high and deep. Pulls it in on the right. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the 2nd quarter. We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Terrapins! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game. And you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
On second down, he'll fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, trying to convert through the air.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires and picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. The offense lining up for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. It's complete to the right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming in.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Hawkeyes will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. Able to punt, can bail them out. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Leaves it with the back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got it in the middle. It's Little. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. And the Terrapins want to pick up the tempo.
A nice job by the QB. It's third down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back.
He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Maryland! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a couple of ranked teams having at it this week, and take a look at what's going down. Tennessee is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Neyland and Fulmer and Majors, this has not been a blowout today in Knoxville. They are up by 7 over South Carolina. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires the pass, intercepted. Got room on the return. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Terrapins! Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
He's going to pass on second down. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Feeling some heat. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Wants to bring it back. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. They'll go to the ground. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. The Terrapins are in the hurry-up. Quarterback checking off. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. He'll try to do it himself. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Looking to push the pace with the no-huddle. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And the Terrapins with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Snagged on the outside, it's Wells. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Now the play fake. Fires to the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Caught near the sticks. It's Little. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Maryland! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Hit the afterburners, kid. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On second down, just keeps firing. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
The AT unit on the field. Bangs it through for an extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And he'll bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. After that huge play, they'll try to finish him off with another one. It's 1st and 10 from inside the 40. Looking to move it through the air. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive. But now a couple of incompletions. Throws toward the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Iowa City as we say hello from our broadcast studios.
And the Hawkeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Terrapins.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
And the extra point is good. They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Wide out in motion. Going up top on first down. And the pressure was too much. They get it. So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on second down from the 15.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got a wide open receiver. He's loose. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Iowa! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, the defense has got to be kicking themselves. They had the offense pinned back so deep in their own end. It's one thing to give up a completion, but you can't let the receiver go the entire distance and score a touchdown. Bad job on the back end by the B.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Maryland has... Terrapin offense ready to go. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Running back searching for a hole. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Terrapins will snap it on first and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Oh, it's on the ground. High ball. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down. This defense gets the ball back for its own.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. He's looking to throw. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chain. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. First and 10 from the 50. The give to the back. At the 40, there he goes. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Keeps it on the bootleg. Unleashes one. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
They'll try the run. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Terrapins want to move quickly. He'll come out throwing on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. And they'll spot it at the 45. that's good enough for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Terrapins are flying down the field. They'll give it on the jet sweep, looking for room outside. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Looking to throw on second down. Gets it out quickly. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. On 1st and 10 from the 38. Use the play fake, now to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. On the option. Now the pitch. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the chains for the first down. And the Terrapins have moved it inside the 20. From the red zone, looking for a man. Lets it fly. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Touchdown, Maryland! And the stomping has commenced.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. So they'll try to make up some of that ground on second down from the 16. He's looking to throw. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. No one's been able to... Quarterback career sack number 50.
Like, honestly, in today's college football, if you get 10 sacks in a season, that's considered a really good year. You might be an All-American. To go 50 in your career, David, I mean, nobody does that.
You're just a freak. I mean, your God-given ability to get off the football so fast and to be... so good with your hands. That dude is crafted and made to be a pass rusher.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Terrapins! And the pummeling has started.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Wide receiver shows motion. Dialing up the second down pass play. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. This defense has kept them backed up now. Stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Not a lot on the return. But they've got it at the 49.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. To the ground with the back. Still running at the 40. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
The Terrapins have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now it's 2nd and goal. Makes his connection. Touchdown, Maryland! And the route is on. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the...
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Offense set on 1st down. They're going to test the right side with this one. And he was able to run through one. Only a modest gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The give to the tailback. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Handoff to the single running back. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. got him looking to run, but they're going to throw it. Going to try to get it himself. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. And the Terrapins want to crank the tempo. He's looking to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. Touchdown, Terrapins! And the beatdown has ensued. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Extending the play. The quarterback scrambled around with the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. The Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. And the returner will be brought down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. 2nd down after that incompletion. They'll run play action. He'll pull it down and run. At the 45 on his way. Really nice job by this sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down with the run.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey,
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Going back to the well, another deep ball.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense set for a first down play. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Dumps it off in the flats. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment, defense.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. That last one was just a crushing penalty for this defense. Here comes 2nd and 1. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working early.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now, first and goal. Snap it to the back. Touchdown, Maryland! And the punishment has been extended.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And they tacked on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchbacks. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. They'll throw it on first down. And his fifth interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And a super return as he takes it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring...
Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it. The score. Let's see what they've got on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. To the end zone, and it's picked off. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game. That is the type of play as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
On first down from the 13-yard line.
Here we go.
From the gun, running back on the move. Got some room, entered to the goal line. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous part. A late touchdown.
And good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over.
And the pressure was... Get him at the 15.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Little. Off he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Terrapins! And the stomping has commenced. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Gets it out fast. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. On second down, looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. The Hawkeyes will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. He's going to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double-checking to make sure. After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play, 1st and 10 from their own 49. He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They keep attacking through the air. He lobs one high down the left side. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Line gets set, 1st down. He wants to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He wants a big play here late. And he throws another interception. Bringing it back. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back inside the 25. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll start this drive with a pass. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and they get the ball back, but that's just going to make it much tougher on this drive. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Throws to the tight end. And the ball is picked off.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the...
He'll take the deep shot. Makes the catch at the 15. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. They got the explosive play. Now to finish the deal, it's 1st and 10 from the 12. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Snags it. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he tacks on the extra point. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Illegal touching. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Okay, ready? And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They'll throw it on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation.